on YouTube or on Twitter. I guess you could do it on Facebook too. Siobhan, do you ever check that? Do you ever check the Facebook?
I don't.
She doesn't check that. So if you want us to answer your questions, probably go to YouTube or Twitter. And
Mic check, mic check.
camera has awareness. It makes me
It's 5 o'clock, Thursdays.
You're watching Tony and Chelsea Live, and this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain website or an online store, make your next move with Squarespace. It's an all-in-one platform. They have 24/7 customer support, and it's really easy to use. If you can drag and drop, you can make a Squarespace portfolio. You don't just have to have a portfolio. You can make a page for your doctor's office or for your favorite pet. But if you want to do that, you can go to squarespace.com/Tony. You can get a 14-day free trial, no credit card needed. If you'd like to buy it, I'm sure you will. You can use the coupon code portfolio and get 10% off. Tony, do you know what else? If they have a Squarespace portfolio and they want us to review it on the air, they can go to sdp.io/link and we'll do that.
You don't even need me here.
I don't
You
need
nailed
anyone. I'm an island.
Thank you, Squarespace. We'll look at a portfolio in just a little bit. Before we move on, I want to plug this link, sdp.io/travel, because Wanderlust has been a big hit, but we haven't had a lot of people submitting auditions for
It's been a medium hit.
the next episode of Wanderlust. So go there, send in a video clip of yourself, 2 minutes. If you sent one in prior to the last week, like if you sent one in the last generation, you should send another one in, because now we're expanding it worldwide. You could be anywhere on the planet, and we'll go hang out with you just like we did for Wanderlust. Please send something in.
A little bit about you. You should tell us about your location, why we should take pictures there, why we should share it with the world. Like, come on, be compelling.
Yeah, adventure and awesome pictures. That's what we're looking for.
Do you kind of feel like a jerk being like, entertain us? Like, I don't want to come across like that. You don't have to submit if you're interested in it.
It's not mandatory. You can communicate with us in a couple of ways. You can use hashtag TCLive on Instagram or Twitter. You can write in the comments section, and your friendly neighborhood Siobhan out in Philly will read those comments to us.
Neighborhood Siobhan.
You can ask us questions, and Siobhan will pass them over to us. If they're not gear-related, you have a pretty good chance of getting that question. Maybe not answered properly, but we'll make something up.
We'll say something about it. If you'd like to submit a picture for the show today, the theme is natural framing. See, like that. The password is slippers.
Go to sdp.io/submit to send it. And thank you, Justin, for making everything work. What you drinking today, Justin?
This same thing as last week.
Dogfish Head. I think that's
It's
probably
good.
all I have. My favorite beer, maybe not Justin's
It's
favorite
excellent.
beer, but
No,
it's what
I love
I have.
I love it.
What about me?
Next week, Roxy Rodriguez, the runner-up for America's Next Top Model. But we got a chance to talk to her at the final episode. We had a big party, and she's awesome. I'm a huge fan of her work. You should definitely look her up on Instagram.
Oh, she's incredibly talented and charismatic and kind.
Yeah, it's like a new generation of fashion, as far as I'm concerned. You can see this very distinct style, and she's helping to define it. Check her out on Instagram, but also tune in next week and send in your fashion photography.
Here's some of her fashion photography.
Yeah, I really like it. That just like very natural and casual look, almost candid.
Yeah.
But still quite deliberate. Great stuff. Who's that beautiful lady?
That's a bunny.
That's Sandy, and I just wanted to show off because Sandy, maybe she's a really good dog, but maybe she's not the best model because her fur is always just like everywhere, and she's so excitable that she can never hold still. But our friend Erky Alvinmod, when he was in town, did a photo shoot with Sandy, and it ended up becoming a cover. Chelsea made the cover too, even though I think you were just trying to get out of the way of the camera because Sandy was the star that day.
Yeah.
But it still ended up being like a good juxtaposition, and like owner with dog. It kind of told this story, even though it wasn't what we were going for.
Yeah.
That's what ended up being on the cover.
I was
So
trying to get out of the way.
Sandy,
You
the
can-
cover girl.
You can see how bad I am at it. And if you want to check out more of Erky's work, he's very talented. You can go to alvinmod.se.
Thanks, Erky. Good shot.
Good job, Eric.
A little bit of photo news before we get into the reviews. Fuji announced, really a couple new cameras, but the X-T20 is the follow-up to the X-T10 that we previously reviewed. It's like the best parts of the X-T2. This is a lot of numbers. In a little bit smaller and less expensive form factor. It goes up to 24 megapixels and should be improving the focusing. I think you're laughing, Justin, because the intro to the Fuji's clip is so awkward.
Yeah.
Can you just play the beginning of it again? Is that possible? Watch as the girl picks up the camera. I don't know what it is. It just weirds me out. It's like doing it over and over again. I can't get enough of that. This is how humans use cameras.
That's how a model uses a camera.
That cracks me up. I don't know. There's something awkward. They also provided some details about a previously announced camera, the GFX, a medium format camera. I think it has like a 0.69 crop factor. It's bigger than full frame.
People are really talking about it.
Yeah, and we were just discussing like this. It's cool, but there's not that much that's exciting. Like it only has really 3 lenses at launch, and none of them are going to produce unique results. Like it's not going to have shallower depth of field than your 35 millimeter camera. And given that in low light, it's not going to produce like cleaner images. It's not going to have the fastest focus. But it's something new. It's something different. It's a whole new lens system. So I think it'll take a couple of years until you really have lenses that will allow people to like really produce better images than would be possible in other systems. But it's the birth of a new system and it's exciting. And there's a lot of novel technology in it. So we're pumped about it. $6,500, not surprising, but with no lens.
Needless to say, we're pretty pumped about it.
I'm interested in it. With a couple of lenses, you're probably looking at spending like $12K.
I don't have that kind of money.
I don't know.
I don't know why that picture's there.
Okay.
Hey, that's me. With the glasses and the super cool hat, that's me. And you know what I'm doing? I'm in a show that I made about me because apparently I'm a narcissist. No, it's really about travel photography. It's called Wanderlust. We did an episode in California. So far, people are mostly saying positive things. So check it out at sdp.io/WL1.
Yeah, all 4 parts are up now, and we'll have a series of different locations coming out over the next month or so. Justin's finishing up, like we go to Istanbul and Amsterdam and Peru and Washington, D.C. And we have a bunch banked. We've been filming since 2014.
We're trying to do it on our own. So if you could share it around, that would be a great help. Because we did actually kind of talk to a TV producer and try to do some contract stuff. But I don't want to leave my daughter, and we want to go where we want to go, and we want to meet who we want to meet. So we're trying to do it the way that we want to do it. So
yeah, but it's pretty much got to be popular if we're gonna, because it's not cheap. Let's take a look at some pictures. I feel like everybody's going to be disappointed with the future episodes though, because we did such a good job on the California production.
We'll just have to make more.
Yeah, exactly.
We can go visit Justin and Mystic. Show us around.
It's one of those things where we've gotten better with practice. So as we go back and show the earlier episodes, I don't know.
Maybe we should just make more instead of going back.
Oh, no, we gotta. Yeah. Justin has been working on those things for years.
Justin's been ebbing for years. I'm just going to burn them in a fire. Watch Justin cry. This is some natural framing.
Yeah, so with natural framing, this is a perfect example of it. Here they're using the leaves of the trees to kind of frame the image and show this other landscape in the background. I think it's a good picture. I wish something were going on with the flag, but I understand you couldn't like move over to the right of it and blow it.
Austria is beautiful.
I think though you focused on the leaves rather than the background there, or maybe it's just haze that's making that seem out of focus. Oh, that's really nice.
This is excellent.
Yeah, I'm going to give that one a pick. That's a really nice picture.
Me too.
I don't know that I
well,
feel like
you're
there's a
cropping
negative
already.
space at the bottom is.
People predicted this.
This is a safe bet.
What is this?
I like that a lot.
A reflection?
Yeah, depending on your style, you might clone that out. It's not a big deal. Oh, that's nice too. And one of the things that natural framing does is provide some context for the viewer. So having something in the foreground, not distracting like that, it almost gives you like a voyeuristic feeling. Like it becomes like a first person experience. like you feel like you're in there more so than if all those trees were gone. Then it would just feel more photo-ish.
It also adds depth to the photo. I like that.
Good point.
That makes me want to just go out in a boat.
There's something about it, like this picture's been, I don't know, HDR
A little
or something.
oversaturated, or
Yeah.
a little bumped up. Yeah, Finn. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that can count. And you really nailed focus for such, it's so difficult to shoot through twigs like that. Like so many birds have their habitat deep inside a bush where it's safer. And so they can be really difficult to photograph. And the white-throated sparrow is one of those. I do have pictures of them out on a branch, but for the most part, they will stay hidden like that. So you do get pictures like that. And while I think a lot of people would appreciate a picture that was just simpler with just it's sitting on a single branch in a nice green or blue background, this tells us more about their behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually is more informative and beautiful, great and sharp.
Oh my gosh. You know what happens when a baby puts its head in the railings? You got to butter up the ears and just pull them right out.
What, is that from Home Alone or just every 80s sitcom?
every 80s sitcom. Look at this adorable baby.
But look at that histogram. We just had a video about the histogram. And this is a perfect example. You can tell it's underexposed because there's nothing in that right third. It started talking like a baby. White twird.
You got to be careful. This is a very pale baby.
Yeah, so make sure
That's
you
cute.
use that full histogram. Okay, shooting through a
Urban
fence.
framing. They
This
got
just
these
looks,
bursts. They're working it.
where are they? It just looks so much like a particular spot near here. I guess that's not it.
I've seen that road.
I will say that the framing seems a little bit off center, but I guess it does kind of tell a bit of the story. It tells us a little bit about the environment. Just trying to get this. Okay. I wish it were centered a little bit better. I know it's really hard to kind of position chain link fencing like that. The starburst lights caused by that high f-stop number of f13 looks cool.
I like it.
Chelsea likes it.
Why'd you say it like
that? Once again, I actually think yeah, that's good. But I would also hit that dehaze slider.
I was going to hit
Is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
Because
Going for the D.
it's hazy. Sometimes the haze adds something, especially if you have something in the
There
foreground.
it
The haze
is.
can actually add depth to it. But in this case,
No.
it's just like haze. And sometimes that's just what you have to deal with, especially in, humid climates. Though that's a tough one.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and you can see no matter what gear you're using, it's going to end up being a little unsharp just because of the atmosphere. But I like that a lot. You could have easily poked the lens through those and gotten rid of it, but it wouldn't have been as interesting, and we wouldn't have had that sense of context. Now, this picture, I think it's overwhelmed by the framing a little bit, so I'm just going to pull that in some. And really, we just need a little bit of a hint of it. This is really a skyline shot. There's not too much to say about the trees. So a little bit of cropping, and you get the idea that you're looking at the city from a wooded area.
Who knew there was so much nature in London?
Yeah, and you do have to kind of work those white and black points. Go to sdp.io/top tip. Chelsea's doing some adjustments. I want to be the sportscaster for Chelsea. What's she going to do
Chelsea's
next?
going in for the
Oh my God,
gorgeous
the white
letter.
balance.
This baby is a wizard. You might want to be careful with this one.
It's adorable. I don't see the framing in it, but it's a really cute picture.
Yeah, it's cute. I like the framing. I do wish that the bird were more in focus. What's happening here?
Yeah, it like, I think this is the picture, right?
Yeah.
And it would just be such a tight crop.
Whoa, no. Whoa.
But, well, that's what I'm getting at. It's, I think this is the framing,
Oh, it
but
has a nest.
yeah. But by the time you crop down the tight, it's gone. So can't really get closer.
But
So you would just have to get a big lens. Oh, wow. That is super cool. What a beautiful picture. I'm definitely giving that one a pick. Though, you know, I liked it better wider before I really kind of zoomed in to see what they were doing because their poses are so not deliberate. You probably didn't know them. If you did, it would have been awesome to have them like perched out and just like looking off into the distance.
Hey, you look better.
Yeah, or maybe they're like kickboxing or ballet. Here are some ideas about what they could be doing.
You've jumped the shark, Northrup. I like it.
Shooting through a window, that I think that qualifies as an example of using natural framing. And so we have a little story going on inside the bus. We also have the context of, is it a bus? Maybe it's not a bus.
I think so. And
Yeah,
you
it's
know
a
what I'm
bus.
doing? I'm putting it in black and white so that the yellow doesn't distract from the subjects here. And then I'm upping the exposure so that they are properly exposed since you want to expose for your subject.
Wait, okay. Let's discuss what this is because I thought it was a bus because there's a sign on the side of it and all the seats are facing the same direction. But these are like wooden windows. And what bus would have
Maybe it's a trolley or an old style bus. Old style.
an old style? Were there ever wooden buses? Okay, Chelsea
Yeah.
says yes. There were
Yeah.
wooden buses with like home
have you
windows.
ever
Look,
heard of,
look at this
like-
window. It's like a home double pane window.
You know that car, the Morgan, with the wooden frame?
Yeah.
Also made wooden buses.
Oh, did they? Morgan buses, and they just use household windows.
Yep. Anderson windows. A baby in its natural habitat. That's some good framing.
Yeah, that's really cute. I would probably crop some off the top. We don't need all that on the top, but I think
like
that's
it
a
in
good
black and
example.
white because I think the shapes are stellar, but I think that this one is just based on what you like.
Yeah, you got to brighten that up. Here, the foreground framing adds a lot of depth to it, and especially the expression provided by the deer makes you feel like you just stumbled into each other, and you're both like, "Whoa, what's going on? Who's that?" You see my
like-
deer impression?
Yeah, wow. I felt like I knew the deer.
You know,
This is
just trying to figure out what to do with this.
just go big or go home. And then crop that light out of the corner. It's taking me out of
Yeah, I mean, there's not. The subject is really just kind of light.
Northrup. You're scaring me. No,
That's too deep.
you've gone too deep.
Yeah. But we definitely don't want like power lines in there. And I definitely think it needs to be square, right? I don't know. I don't know what you do with that.
Tony,
You got a suggestion? What would you do with it? You take
this
over.
is, you know what? Just let me handle this.
Okay.
This is my show now. I would go
Just
like
go
this,
wider with it.
and then
Never would have expected that.
and then I would take this out. Hey, let's look at some questions and stuff.
What do you have for us, Siobhan?
I got some for you.
Okay, tell me about it.
This is not photography related, but
Sure.
Tony, what do you think about hydrogen as a potential alternative for fuel in cars?
Hydrogen car.
I guess I don't know much about it because I have looked into it a couple of times, and I know Honda thinks that hydrogen is just the way forward, but it just hasn't made a lick of sense to me. It hasn't made. I just don't know how to make it work. You would need to develop all these new hydrogen distribution centers, like the equivalent of gas stations for hydrogen. It's really kind of difficult to manage, and I just don't see the. I mean, range obviously is less of an issue. You could pack up and have a huge range in a hydrogen-based car, but
Is it more environmentally friendly as well?
yeah, quite a bit. Like there's not, yeah.
So that might be one of the reasons.
But in comparison to electric cars, like plug-in style electric cars, I just don't see the advantages to it. So I'm sure Honda could make an argument because I know they're super smart there, but I just don't get it. Like it seems like plugging cars into your house is such an awesome and obvious and convenient thing that I I wouldn't want to trade that for any
But
sort of gas
mining the
station.
materials for batteries is bad for the environment and very expensive.
Yeah, maybe that's a good argument for it. I don't know. I'd have to do deeper research into it. Do you know about this stuff, Justin? Hydrogen cars?
No, just I don't know much about it, except California has got a whole bunch of hydrogen stations over there,
Yeah.
and not so much the rest of America, from what I
Man.
understand.
California's so cool. We should move there.
What else do you have, Siobhan?
I have. Do you guys have a plan on ever doing a video series or book on the business side of photography?
Yeah, we've talked about it a few different times. It's a difficult thing to do. First, let me say, I know everybody else out there is selling how to be a pro photographer, but I have a certain conscience about this. Like, I would not want to provide somebody a path that didn't have some pretty good chance of success. And
My baffled face.
Yeah.
all types of professional photography have so much variation and can be so, like, how do you teach somebody to be a professional portrait photographer when it varies so
How do
much
you
from
teach
location to
someone
location
be
to location?
A business person anyway, because I've taken business classes and entrepreneurship classes, and there's a whole lot of bullshit in there. And to try to teach someone how to anticipate the future of business and get ahead of that curve with a book, like a lot of the time you're just teaching history, and then the person has to innovate anyway. It's really difficult. When we do things, we like to feel really confident that we can absolutely 100% help every single person that reads our book. And that's when we're like, can we guarantee that someone can read this and make a career? And that's where it becomes really tricky for us.
Yeah, let's say you were the best, highest paid professional portrait photographer in the world. Whatever your secret formula was, you could take it and give it all to somebody else, but it does not mean that they could replicate it. It's kind of an arrogant thing to think that you would be able to take that same formula and have success anywhere else. I think Peter Hurley is a good example of this. Amazing portrait headshot photographer, but he's in New York City.
Yeah.
Could you take that and make it work in
Oh, he is.
Tulsa?
I didn't know he was there. I don't
Or
know.
someplace that didn't have a constant stream of professional actors and stuff? No, the answer is no. You just couldn't. And also, you wouldn't be Peter Hurley. Like, he has his own chemistry that makes him him. And
He's
all do.
charismatic.
Yeah.
He's good looking. He likes to teach. He likes to talk to people. He's good at explaining things. Like, it's like,
Yeah, we all just have our own
How-
formula. And
Yeah.
so it's easy. I can teach a technique. I can say, here's how to pose somebody properly. Here's how to do the photoshopping. But when you say, here's how you make a living at it, I don't know how to handle all those variables
yeah.
and feel good about it. Because I could pack something up and sell it to people and they would buy it. But I wouldn't feel good about people doing that.
We'll have to see if we can figure that one out.
Yeah, I do want to do. I feel like the way I'd have to do it is to talk to a lot of different professionals in a field, like talk to a dozen different pro portrait photographers about what their workflow is, in different regions, different parts of the country, people with different styles, and try to compile the stuff that they had in common, the things that they had unique, and that I think could be useful, but
Yeah.
it would be really hard. So yeah, it's something I
We
think
do
about
think
a lot.
about it. We haven't wrapped our minds around it yet. Still thinking.
You want to do some chit chat and then we'll look at some more pictures?
Oh, I wanted to tell people I kept our t-shirts on sale for a while because we completely sold out of a bunch of sizes. So I ordered more. They're in stock now. If you still want to get 25% off, you can see Justin and I, we look really dope.
Yeah, who wears it better?
Who wears it better? Me. Look at that.
I
got
agree.
photobomb.
Damn, Charles. Poor Justin.
Well, if anyone's
I'm not going to argue because
I mean, if I'm not choosing me, who's going to be on my side if I don't even believe it? Anyway, yeah, so I'll take down the sale in like 2 days. I'll give people a little while to see this video, and then they go back to their normal price.
scp.io/t-shirt.
I also, jmacstudios.com, they make our shirts, and it's all hand screen printed, and it's a small business. And the brands of t-shirt that they use, they're all ethically made and everything. So if you want to get a t-shirt done, try doing it from someplace like this, because they're not mass produced in a factory. They're well made. They're ethically made. You're giving people jobs. It's really nicely done.
Yeah, most of the time when you buy a web T-shirt, it's printed with like a bubble jet printer, basically,
Yeah.
and they just kind of
Mass produce.
Yeah, and they do it super cheaply with super cheap fibers and stuff. But they're nice T-shirts made by like artisans that we like. So that's why they're not $10 T-shirts.
Yeah, but anyway, if you want to make a T-shirt too, choose a local place that has a bunch of artists doing it by hand, because that's cool.
Does JMac, will they ship stuff to you? Or is it just like
I'm
a
sure
local
that
thing?
they
I think
will.
so.
I think they'd ship to
Yeah,
you.
I think you can custom make like 3 shirts or something and then have them shipped to you.
Yeah.
Check them out, JMac.
They're nice. Justin and I go in there and pick up the T-shirts, and they're really friendly.
Yeah,
They'll show
JMac's
you.
cool.
They'll show. Did they show you how do they make the shirts, Justin?
No, they didn't.
Oh, you can.
They'll
ask.
give you a little
Yeah, they'll give you
tour.
a
Their
little
machine, their screen printing machine's so
It's
cool.
cool.
We're not like getting a deal from them. That's just, we're
No,
just
but
their
I should
customer.
have worked that out. Chit chat. This is the part of the show where you just say stuff and we just respond, and you'll figure it out. Okay. Carlo said, "I love Chelsea's."
That apostrophe is meaningful there. If it weren't there, maybe he just liked all Chelsea's. But it makes me wonder, like, Chelsea's not, she doesn't love Chelsea.
Maybe
But
he likes my
stuff that
exclamation.
belongs to Chelsea's.
Just saying. Think about it. Perfect forehand. God damn it, I haven't seen a road in America that isn't freaking cracked. I just imagine. I know you don't talk like that, but I know our infrastructure is crumbling. Like, we have bridges that are very unsafe. And it's a real problem here. It's probably because we invested in roadways and not, our rail system. So it's a problem.
Good topic for the show. I was baffled by this because I just imagine there's some, like, other countries just have smoother roads that aren't cracked.
Other countries have much nicer roadways than us, but they also have better public transportation. But a lot of them are also much smaller. So
Yeah, some countries definitely have worse roadways. I remember Germany is awesome for driving.
oh yeah,
But man, you go to like Scotland or Cuba, not known for the roadways.
Cuba. Okay. I don't know why you gotta bring Cuba into this. Frank Lopez says, "Does anyone else think Tony looks and talks like Brian Mosher from Dexter?" LOL. You crack me up. No.
That's funny. Everybody always says you look like Deb.
Well, that's why I put them together.
Yeah.
He tries to kill
cute.
Deb, which makes me nervous.
I don't know. This is the first time anybody's ever said I look like somebody who didn't have gray hair. So I appreciate you noticing that I have other features than just gray hair. There's
no.
other parts of me.
People say you look like Jamie Foxx, which I really agree with.
I know. I think that's funny. I do kind of look like Jamie Foxx.
It's weird. I like it. Google user says, "Wow, yet another YouTube channel to remove because of shit posts with no value just to post crap. You remember once you said more is less, live it, learn it." I don't remember that because that's not a saying, and you're the worst. And you look like a mountain with a sun.
This is life on YouTube. We filmed that in April, right, Justin?
Yes.
And you were working on it pretty steadily. We had other stuff going on, but you worked on it pretty steadily since April.
No, we went in May.
In
was
May.
it? Yeah, you're right. It was May. Yep.
Okay, so that's a long time.
December. So like 9 months. We planned it. We traveled. We took a huge gamble. We worked so hard. And then Google user just comes along and calls it a shit post. You got to be out of your mind.
Yeah, it was definitely our biggest production ever. Solidly into like 5 figures of budget. Like, it was a big deal.
And I said more is less. And then you want me to live it and learn it? You live it and learn it. You crazy bitch.
When did you say more is less?
I've never.
That would be weird.
All right, Verita says, "What a load of waffle." Never heard of that, but I do like a good waffle. Can we all just pick up our cameras and shoot? Sure you could. Why does science have to infect art with its dogma? That sentence isn't a thing.
That completely blew my mind. This was about crop factor, of course. People years later are still getting mad about crop factor.
It's just like, I understand, you come on YouTube and people can get pretty in depth. You don't have to watch that. And also, you can pick up your camera and shoot. But then you know what's going to happen? You're going to be like, why isn't the background as blurred as I thought it was going to be at 2.8? And then you're going to be like, maybe I'm a curious person and I want to know the answers to things. And if you do, you can go to Tony's crop factor video and find out. And if you don't have to watch that.
Stupid science dogma.
Science.
Infecting art all the time.
Oh, no.
I know. Let's import. Well, maybe I have some more pictures here. Okay, we have some more pictures to go through. Here's a kitty cat. I guess it's kind of framed. The eyes are peeking through the grasses.
Password is slippers, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we didn't have the graphics. Slippers is the password. You can go to sdp.io/submit.
Wait, go back to
I was just going
Slippers.
to show people this slide.
Oh, that cat's
So
name is not Slippers.
There it is. That's how you submit a picture.
Slippers. Okay, so this cat is blurry because you're at 200 millimeters and you're at 1/30th of a second. So you're getting a little motion blur and camera shake going on. So just make that a little faster.
Yeah, we'll have a tutorial on shutter speed
We
tomorrow.
have a tutorial on shutter speed coming out tomorrow, and it's not just how to freeze a picture. It's about when to freeze a picture, when to show movement, mistakes you might be making. You should check it out. Share it around. Tell your friends. Hold on.
Whoa. Sorry, you grabbed the mouse
I
while
know.
I was...
Okay.
I'm just brightening the exposure a little bit. But I think this is a really pretty picture. And I like this style of wedding photography where you work with the environment, compose a picture, and then pose your model in it. Nicely done.
Nicely done.
Oh,
I believe this is a boat.
yeah, this is really pretty. Mallorca, Spain. I'm giving that one a pick. I should give the last one a pick, too. I should give you a pick. Beautiful shot. You know, you had the option to zoom in and crop the rest of this out, but the framing there provides this additional context.
I would just make sure that the subject is exposed so it's blown out. But that's about it.
Yeah, you could recover the highlights.
Ooh. I mean, this is very unusual, but I like it. And I like the colors and the light.
I just wish, I kind of peer through.
Like, what if there was a little monkey, like, looking out the door?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, just something to rest my eye on.
Yeah. I think you bumped up the blues too much, and the pattern of the clouds is fighting with the building's architecture a little bit. So I might just dial that back. But other than that, I see where you're going. I like it. Claire, I'm glad you're here with me tonight. I like the clouds and the stars, and I get a real sense of the environment from this.
Yeah,
Those are things that I like about it.
It's really pretty. I like it. I'm sorry I was silent. I was trying to think of some kind of feedback to provide, but I feel like you pretty much nailed everything. Yeah, the only suggestion I can say is to maybe find like an f1.4 prime lens that would let you get that ISO down a little bit lower, but you did everything right. Okay.
So this picture, the first thing that strikes me is it's a little bit gray. There's no white. Oh, maybe this is the white point.
Yeah, the sky is white, and
see how gray?
Yeah, and that's kind of the main subject. So I'd probably hit it with a graduated filter, but it's already much better. Like, let's hit Y and bring up the before and after. And you can see it lacked contrast initially, and that's because the sky is so much brighter. Chapter 9 of Stunning Digital Photography has suggestions for how to deal with this. Actually, we covered in the Lightroom and Photoshop's books too, because it's such a common thing. But the little bit of editing that you did there helped out a lot. Working with the raw file, it could look even better. This picture is actually kind of underexposed too, so I need to brighten that up some.
I like the framing of the window, and I like how he's just bright. Is the top of his little tiny cute pointy head? It's just breaking the frame enough that it gives the picture some depth, and I like that. And his big old ears hanging over the window, that's nice. I would just like if there wasn't that motion blur, I guess, or because you're at 1/200th of a second at 300 millimeters. So again, you need to just bump up your shutter speed a bit to get things clear.
Yeah, there is something unsharp about it.
But poopy eyes too.
I knew you were going to say that.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's just the way the dogs are. What are you going to do?
No, you need baby wipes for that.
But it might not be his dog. You can't just go wiping somebody else's dog's eyes.
Oh my gosh. Do not question my authority. Clearly you can.
Once again, we're just going to look at that histogram
That's
and see if
Matthew
we can
McConaughey.
brighten it up a little bit. Look at that right side. Add a little contrast to it.
I think he's missing some bongos.
Bongos and a blunt. Oh, where is...
Poor Matthew McConaughey. He's accomplished so much in his career, but
All right,
that's still what he...
all right. What was the thing I read you the other day where it was like Matthew McConaughey stars in a movie about new white supremacy, and it's like, all right, all right, all right. All right.
Good picture. Nice story with the like boogie board or whatever he is doing. Bongos.
You're from Texas, so I'm going to say it's okay that you don't know what a boogie board is.
Wow. Okay.
We're really fighting over woman in arch.
This picture should be high contrast, but I'm still going to raise the exposure just a little bit.
like
just
it.
because this is our focal point here, so we want like this to be fairly bright. And I feel like, what crop is this? Let's try a 4x6. No, that is 4x6. Let's try an 8x10 crop and just bring it down some.
Oh my gosh. You with the crop. I mean, it's like, you just can't help yourself. Industry.
You know, the foreground doesn't provide much context to me. Maybe I'm just
I feel like they're
not
on
familiar with that type
a
of fencing.
rusty old bridge,
Yeah.
and they just want to like go to a cool restaurant, but the only thing they have in their town is this. And I relate because my town's kind of like that.
Yeah, you know what is happening is I'm looking through it at the focal point, which is that building down there, but I can't see enough of the building to know what's going on. There's no story for me. So if you had like a sailboat going up the river or
I
there was a fire or something.
I actually, this picture resonates with me, actually. I get it. They're on some rusted out bridge with this old factory, probably in an ex-boom town, a factory town like Norwich. And I feel ya. I know the
Okay.
life.
Told quite a story for you. Oh,
This is Jim.
Jim.
Jim's actually my BFF sometimes. Jim, was I with you when you took this picture?
That's possible.
No.
No,
I think you
not possible.
went somewhere else for this one.
I'm just brightening it up a little bit. This is a great example of natural framing, and it tells you more about the geography than you know otherwise. I do think it's more interesting. Now, I kind of wish we could see the peaks of these hills off to the left, which maybe you could have done by kneeling down a little bit, but again, I don't know the whole situation, so.
I'm actually taking down the contrast a little bit, Jim.
Yeah,
Jim,
I was
I'm
trying
really
to
concerned because I
un-HDR
feel
a
like
little bit.
I was on this beach and you didn't tell me about this cave.
Okay.
You guys were seriously with them when that was taken?
Yeah, Jim
Yeah, I
came
think
with
it's
us
in
on the
Thailand.
Thailand trip,
That's cool. That's
but
cool.
I don't remember that cave. I'm pretty mad.
Also going back to Thailand, we have a portfolio submitted today. Squarespace portfolio
From Louis
made by
Chan.
Louis Chan, our friend, who was with us in Thailand, as was Jim. That's why we're so familiar, and you guys don't know that because you weren't probably most of you weren't there. Maybe some
Most
of you
them
probably
were
were.
there. We don't have that many viewers. We all came to Thailand.
So this is Lewis's portfolio, and I haven't looked at it before, though I follow you on Instagram, Lewis, and your Instagram pictures are fantastic.
Gotta say, they're off the chain.
So this is his homepage, and he's been posting these pictures from Myanmar, which that first one is from Cambodia, but gorgeous reflection.
Oh, his balloon ride.
Yeah. So I already know that I'm a fan of your work. All these pictures are absolutely beautiful. It looks like you've done your best to kind of mix a variety of different environments, but we still kind of see like a common theme that is your style. This is almost an example of natural framing. Oh, that picture's gorgeous. We have some star trails in
He
here.
got so many great pictures.
Wow, look at that shot.
A slice of life. And then he quoted me. You know what? You're kissing up a
slice
little
of
bit,
life.
and I do not hate it. I do not hate it. This is,
Good
I
advice,
love this
kiss up.
picture.
Yeah, I like that one a lot too. I think did we review that one last week?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You got so many great pictures on your trip. I
Oh.
love this one.
Yeah, I love the picture to the left there, the lady with the broom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He actually offered to
lighting
show
here.
us around for Wanderlust, so I think we're gonna have to take him up on that one.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. Oh, I just noticed it's like a kid in there. Look at that.
I know.
That's a great shot. And then the
That's actually-
smoke in the background. How'd you get the smoke in the background? That's not even fog. That's like proper smoke. That's fantastic.
Fires. That's why I call him Louis Chan, the fire starter.
You know, if that smoke weren't there, the background would be just like too detailed and too contrasty, and the subject wouldn't pop. I don't know how you got that smoke in there. Great shots, all of them.
Time lapse.
So,
wow, these are great.
Something I've discovered about Squarespace
Photo
is
dump.
you can't, if you use the tool to add a video to a Squarespace website, it will not automatically play. It pops up like a YouTube video where you have to click play. However, you can set a video to play in the background. If you go to the section where you set a background for a page, you can embed a video and then it will automatically play on the desktop. So if you want those time lapses to automatically play, you could do that. I would suggest combining all those time lapses into one instead of having multiple different videos. Just assume people are going to watch at most one, and just make your reel of all your best stuff in one video. Consider having it play automatically by making it a background component.
This is Louis Chan.
There's Louis. One thing I don't like is you clicked a link and it popped us out to Flickr.
I know.
So now we're in a different environment. And at the bottom of your page, Louis, I noticed that you had social media stuff. And I'm just hitting back. So down here you had some social media stuff, and that might, or was it? Oh, are we still?
We're still
okay.
on the wrong.
See, it's confusing when you jump between websites like that. I'm just.
Well, this is his photo.
Oh,
dump.
I see it. Yeah.
And that was Flickr, so maybe just make your photo dump like a link to Flickr, so that we don't leave your site. Because I didn't.
Yeah, it's confusing because the other items are all menus that lead to the same website, and then that one took us to a different website. So it's a user interface thing. Your social media stuff is really important, and you should have it on your portfolio. You have it on the bottom of the page. What I do is I take those icons and I put them up at the top, and then add an icon for Flickr too, because it's really just another component of your social media.
This is a great natural framing shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe he has something.
I just want to learn more about Louis. He's a compulsive traveler.
He plays the fiddle.
He does.
No.
He plugs us, which is just like so sweet.
Yeah, he only has 2 questions in his frequently asked questions, but the other one leads to us. Good work on kissing up. We're going to encourage that. Thank you, Louis, for submitting it.
We're going to come to your house in San Francisco, and we're going to crash there.
Here's what Louis had to say about using Squarespace. Just awesome. Created an account, linked a domain, picked a template, uploaded an entire gallery of images. All it took about half an hour with no use of codes. Adding new content is really easy as well. Maybe I'll add a travel blog next. This is such an awesome recommendation. Thank you. If you want your own Squarespace
like it, Louis.
portfolio, go to squarespace.com/Tony. That'll get you a 14-day free trial with no credit card required. You can set up your awesome site, make your pictures look great, tweak it, tune it, choose from a dozen different portfolios.
And award-winning templates. They have
award-winning templates.
Award-winning, and they look really good. You don't have to be a designer. Don't try to do anything too fancy. Just kind of stick with what they've done. That's my advice. They look good.
You know what? Louis is like an IT guy.
Yeah, he is.
As am I. And we both chose Squarespace because we didn't want to have to deal with that stuff. So it doesn't matter if you are technical, you won't be frustrated with it. But if you aren't technical, it's super easy for you.
Super easy.
Squarespace.com/Tony. Thank you. Let's take a look at some more pictures.
Thanking me. Siobhan, do you have any questions? Oh my gosh, my friend Jim again.
I do.
5 stars for Jim.
Great example of
Wait.
farming.
Did Jim submit again?
No, that was Lewis's pic, or it was someone's picture. Maybe it was Erwin.
And then Lewis's picture came up. I'm sorry for everybody who wasn't in Thailand
5.
with us.
We should go. We're going back to Thailand.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I don't think we can talk about it.
Oh. My mistake.
A beautiful snow. Oh, look at this.
I have lots of questions.
All right.
Yeah, go for it, Siobhan.
So
We have like a weirdly high number of viewers today.
How many? Like 5? 8?
1,332.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that sounds like a
I'm
date.
nervous.
I shouldn't tell you that, huh? Okay. God,
People love natural framing. Don't
Okay,
dare.
someone asked if you have any special requirements for Wanderlust auditions, like what type of accommodations, minimum, maximum duration of stay, host being a local, etc.?
Not really. We're
It
probably
needs to be someplace that you know, because that's the whole premise, is you kind of know your way around these spots. You don't have to live there,
no.
but if you know, I don't want to like just go someplace and wing it with you.
Yeah.
But I want you to take us to the best spots, and it could be 2 days.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind just spending a couple of days there and heading back.
I'm
That would
not
be
going to
cool.
spend 3 weeks with you though. I got stuff to do.
Yeah, I think we were in Cali for like 4 or 5 days, and
How many
but
days
the
was
last
it,
day
Justin?
was pretty exhausting.
It was like 5 days.
It was 5 days, but we were going all day and all night, and we got very tired. We don't have any requirements for accommodations. Just like
So let's say 2 to 5 days.
running water is good, but
Yeah, I mean, when we were at the abandoned mine, we didn't even have running water, I don't think, or maybe we did have running. No,
No,
we
definitely
didn't have running water.
oh yeah, I didn't mind.
Nor did we have heat. It was like well below zero, and we had to poop
Oh.
in outhouses, and that was fine.
Nobody pooped, but we all talked about
No, Justin
pooping.
pooped. I didn't.
Justin kept pooping. I was like,
I
stop
was like,
pooping, Justin.
Stop it, Justin. You like that? That was way too much.
He didn't.
I don't think.
Or just,
I don't know what. I have no idea about.
I mean, he
Justin's status
probably
of
does
pooping.
poop. I mean, most living things do, but I can't. I've never seen it. Okay. Anyway.
So sorry, Justin.
See, we're very ridiculous. You don't want to spend more than a few days with us anyway, so probably like 4 days is good.
Yeah.
You should be familiar with the location. If you're like a really screamy person, I don't really want to hang out with you. But that's pretty much it. Because I just imagine, what if we got with someone, I was like, I'm cold, and they're like, nobody cares. I'd be like, oh, I want to go home.
Screamy.
No screamy. This penguin is a jerk. Tony,
Is that a chin strap? Penguin?
We're ridiculous today. I think it's because I have blunt force trauma that I'm feeling ridiculous today.
I think you just undid my cropping.
Let me fix that.
Here we just need something to look at. Like the framing part is
No,
good.
this
but,
is very good. This is like,
yeah, but it's like a birdhouse, but there's no bird or anything.
I liked it.
This is cool. I
oh,
actually just like
God.
the
I
symmetry
wanna
and
go
the
shopping at H&M.
geometry of it. Chelsea, this episode brought to you by H&M. Just brightening it up a little bit. Nice
You
shot.
get 50 shirts for $3.
Some energy there.
No, I shop there. That's why.
I think this is nice. They just increased the contrast some. I think black and white's a good choice for that. So here the framing is
I
actually
like the
behind
framing.
her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that works equally well. Yeah, what do you think? Do you have any suggestions?
No, I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think the processing was good. Naturalist framing.
Oh, that's just nice.
Yeah, it's tough with that like blown out like
That's all.
sky, but
That's all.
and the white subject. But it still looks like it came out really clear, and it's just the shape is pretty. It's a nice circular shape. And
you know what?
Anna's hummingbird. I don't know that I've ever seen one of those before. It's a beautiful bird.
It's all about the shape, so you might just want to bring it to B&W and
see.
be done with it.
Look at that. Nice. Oh wow.
This is the punch bowl. Okay.
I think we want to see more of those stars.
Yeah. I'm about the stars. Let's see. What if we brought up,
There you go.
brought up
So
the
just make
exposure?
those pop a little
Let's
bit.
press O. If you press O on your keyboard, that's a shortcut, and that's going to show this mask here. And
Get Chelsea with the
I
tips.
work with a Wacom usually, so I'm not really a mouse person. Going to admit that to you. Got some wrist problems. Kind of an artist.
Chelsea, not a mouse person.
You're going to press O again. And you can see there's a lot going on in those shadows. That's probably some kind of, what?
Alien life
Like
form.
an alien ship or something. That's what I was thinking as well.
Stop with your science dogma.
Don't sass me. Okay. Oh, dang, Nathan.
Yeah, once again, like the framing part is good, but there's nothing going on. It's just a empty frame
There's
kind of.
nothing going on.
Yeah, you need a climber coming through, or
A ghost.
you know, like a meteorologist giving
I
you
think this
tomorrow's
is
weather
fine.
report.
There doesn't have to be a llama in every picture. Well, this is just adorbs.
Yeah, but I don't
What?
like. It doesn't give me much context. I don't know where she is.
She
or
lives in
what's
that
going on.
cage.
Oh, that's nice. That's when they set her free.
She was like, yay.
Like the
I'm going
OA.
to take pictures of the real world. I just brought up the exposure a little and
That's a
made the
beautiful
colors more
picture.
intense.
I'm giving that one a pick. That's just really nice.
I know.
I guess it must be the moonrise. I don't know how they got the stars exposed so well with such a bright moon in there, but very cool picture.
Really nice.
Yeah, that one
Whoa.
deserves a pick.
This is so special.
Yeah, this is really pretty, and yeah, I also wanted to level it, just because the building is so straight, and well, I think because it's to the right, yeah, you have to go kind of split the difference, or because we have this powerful line in the center that should probably be more.
Oh
vertical.
yeah, I didn't see.
But you
that.
could also, let's see if this is always a gamble.
Eh.
All right. Anyway, you could use transformations to
Oh,
kind of balance it out better.
Grain intentional, my friend, because I like it, girl. I like some grain too. Digital high five. This is a
This is
human.
cute.
This is a human baby.
Yeah, and it's in some sort of confine, some sort of prison.
A little baby prison.
Nice picture. Oh,
You guys
goodness.
might recognize this superstar. He
Talking about hungry.
was in my bathtub video.
Yeah, you could see that dude naked if you want to. Just look at our
Anyone can.
bathtub boudoir video.
He was not naked.
He had shorts on. Siobhan,
Siobhan's not good at getting clicks.
Siobhan,
Trying to get click
we're
throughs.
trying to get clicks. I'm just increasing.
Sorry, you can see my husband naked.
I'm just increasing the contrast a little bit, but I love the natural framing and their expressions. It's like hungry didn't even know you were there. Oh, belly rub
That's
time.
adorable. And yeah, I like this take on the framing. I like the line of the wall and the way it's kind of diagonal. I don't know, just the geometry of it kind of comes together.
Yeah, the
There's
circle
something
bed.
nice about it.
Siobhan, do you have any more questions, comments, interesting facts, ideas?
Orders. I definitely don't have any facts off the dome, but I do have some questions and comments.
This is the Mobius arch from
Our
a
video.
Wanderlust episode. Not somebody we
Yeah.
know though. Go ahead, Siobhan. Nice picture.
Owen Hennessy said Chelsea has some really oddly specific fears. I think we all do when it comes to people.
Like what?
We
The,
all being
the yelling person?
us. Yeah.
Okay, I do because come on, is that not a thing? You've never been in a group and then one person's just angry for no reason and it ruins everything? Am I the only one?
Oh, you don't want to hang out with Billy on the street while you do photography?
Who is Billy on the street?
That great comedian
he's
who
funny.
just has a show where he walks up to people on the street and asks crazy trivia questions, but he's always yelling.
Is he the guy that has his own sitcom, like Horrible People or something? I think so.
He was on Parks and Rec.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy yelling doesn't bother me. Okay. What else?
What do you guys do in your downtime? Do you have any other creative hobbies you enjoy, like guitar or trombone?
It seems like you already know what we
very
do
specific.
in our downtime. We just do like try to be healthy humans, so we just spend time with our daughter and stuff. And I do play guitar and I also sing karaoke online with strangers. And I play piano.
Tony plays trombone.
He
Or
doesn't
used to.
He used to. He doesn't do it anymore. We fly drones and go
Sorry.
for walks.
Everybody wants to hear me play trombone. I've been playing Watch Dogs too.
Oh yeah. What's that zombie game that we play?
Arizona Sunshine, I think, the VR one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's too scary though. I can't play that for very long. I get nervous.
I got Tony virtual reality for Christmas.
Vive.
The Vive.
Vive. Vive.
Vive.
HTC.
Vive. And
know
I
what
tried
language
the zombie game, and it was so intense and scary that I screamed and just took off the headset. And then it was just a reaction that I put it back on and kept playing, but very, very scary.
Yeah, we got to review that thing.
Yeah, it's cool. Do you have any other questions, Siobhan?
This is a good picture of
I do.
Zion. I just want to straighten it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Siobhan.
If you had to permanently give up either autofocus or raw image format, which would you choose?
Oh, I'd give it raw. I could live without raw. What about you, Chelsea?
Maybe, I don't know. That's so hard. It depends on the kind of photography. Like I couldn't do wildlife anymore without autofocus, but raw can be so useful. I guess I could do without raw. I just have to spend more time taking my shots. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea for a video. I should do living without raw. And show you a bunch of like coping
Are
mechanisms.
you gonna have sad music, like put it in black and white and be like,
Yeah.
I'll do that. Anything else, Siobhan? More questions?
Well, someone named Sayor Scotland said he thinks Tony would make a good Bond villain when he has his goatee.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I would love to do that too. I would just love to torture and kill James Bond.
Me too.
Teamwork.
Daniel Craig or one of the earlier ones?
Oh, I don't know. Which one would you like to kill? I mean, I'd love to kill them all.
I think Daniel Craig would be a good one. He's got that, like, I think I'm handsome smile. I could kill that.
If you want to be handsome, you squint a little bit, and it seems like you put your head down a lot. Like I've been watching The Crown.
Yeah.
And the Queen's husband, he's always like,
you ever see someone and you can tell
handsome?
they're trying to look a certain way? Like, I've seen guys that do this thing where they're like, I'm just so empathetic, my eyebrows are freaking out. I'm like,
yeah, like
you need to calm down.
all the other Baldwins.
Oh, like Ryan Gosling. I do not get that. Like, to me, it always looks like he's just like, I'm gonna cry. Get out of here.
Somewhere Billy Baldwin's watching, he's just like, oh man, why does everybody gotta pick on me?
Billy Baldwin, he's not the annoying one, it's Stephen Baldwin.
They're all the annoying ones.
Are you sure?
Oh, to be a Baldwin.
I just like this one because she's got a grass mustache.
Oh yeah, grass stash?
Yeah. This is all the rage on Insta. Selfies with the...
Ooh.
I'm like flipping through these pictures because we're running out of
Oh, what
time.
about this one? It's like...
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. A pic. That's nice. That's like art plus something else.
That's
The way there's that other black frame.
That's art plus something else. You heard it here first, folks.
Sorry, that was a terrible description, but it's a fantastic picture. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, this is so cute the way he's just popping through.
It's a little warbler. Oh.
Beautiful. Yeah, great shot. I said because I was trying to find a suggestion for you.
This show went by fast. Framing's fun. I thought someone might do this. Don't.
Don't.
Look at this.
Oh my goodness, that's perfect.
Oh
That's
my
so
gosh. Oh my
perfect
gosh.
with like the yellow in her outfit. That's really nice. Good job.
I was kind of harsh about this. I want to apologize if your feelings were hurt. You just do whatever you want. I don't matter.
You totally made up.
What's this? Cherry blossoms?
Oh, that's nice. The Jefferson
Overrated.
Memorial.
Sad.
I think, unfortunately, the Jefferson Memorial is so small it kind of gets lost. But more telephoto, you could step back further and zoom in more.
I like
Make
this.
that background a little more prominent.
But I am so surprised that you didn't want to level the horizon. Tom.
Yeah.
You okay, bro?
I mean, I'm not like fixated.
Yes.
It's not that big of a deal.
Did you just give it 2 stars?
No, I didn't.
Passive
I
aggressive.
didn't touch any numbers on it.
I just like busting your
Oh,
chops.
we've been to this. Wait, we haven't been. Well, I guess we have
That's
been
Amsterdam. How could we know?
here. Yeah, I guess the bike and the Yeah, that's kind of making
a
a frame,
story.
but it is a pretty picture. I actually had a really hard time getting like good pictures of Amsterdam. Just
Was it the state that you were in or the city itself?
it's just the layout of the city. It's such a pretty city, but I just had a difficult time capturing it.
Justin, what did the guy say in Amsterdam when he hit on those girls, but they turned him down? Oh,
Burnt
nobody
bitch.
likes a bunch of burnt bitches. Remember that?
Yeah.
This is the Samuel Beckett Bridge.
I'm so glad you didn't remember the real name of this bridge. Inside joke.
Just what y'all want to hear.
People love our inside jokes that they don't
They're
get.
like, oh.
This cat is too cute. I love his expression. Whoa, look at that. That's gorgeous.
That's a mouse.
Very nicely done. I love the way you use the trees there. Giving you a
Oh,
pic.
oh my gosh, this monkey's doing something. Chain link fence.
Sad monkey.
Sad monkey. Kind of sad. Ooh, this one's great.
Yeah, that is really pretty. The lighting here is just gorgeous. The contrast, the fact that they're silhouetted, but they're against the
What's happening here?
background, so it's really popping.
That's nice.
Grooming behavior.
This one's funny.
I know. The cat just seems like such
Cat's
a
like-
princess.
What are you doing in my room? This guy's having an existential crisis, and you're
Yeah.
like, I'm going to capture this.
I guess I'm trying to figure out what his deal is.
You remember that guy at the Jacob Javits Center?
No, what happened with him?
When we were eating lunch, there was just that guy having the bad day.
Oh, yes. He,
Oh yeah.
on his
It just
phone.
made me think of that.
Yeah. Where's this? Take us there. This is Morocco.
Oh yeah. I've wanted to go to Morocco forever. I think it's just
Morocco.
like a little sketchy.
What?
Well, I don't know. I thought there was like one of those places where the government has warnings about going there.
True, but did you know there are governments that have warnings about coming here?
Oh yeah. I would happily go if we had a good guide. Take us around.
In their defense, America is very dangerous.
I love this picture with the birch in the
You
foreground
love birds.
and that nice simple composition.
I like
perfect.
this door
Really
that just keeps
beautiful.
going.
You got to pick
I'm going
right
to give
away.
it 5 stars.
Oh, this picture looks really nice too. Maybe we
Oh,
should
wow,
just
this
flip through
one-
them really quick.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that one's great.
Sorry, you had your eye on something?
This one.
This one?
So many great pictures.
Yeah. I thought we wouldn't get many pictures for this, but we're getting a lot of pictures and there's a lot of great pictures.
This is nice. Y'all's is talented. Oh,
my
man.
goodness, look at that little, oh my
Oh,
God.
man.
That is
can't.
adorable. I'll give you a pic. That is just,
I don't even,
Oh.
I guess there's framing. I just love it
that
so
picture
much.
is so perfect. 6 stars. Our first ever
6 stars?
6-star picture.
Whoa, you just blew Justin's mind. Okay.
Wait. I really like this one. Look at that. Pic.
Texture. Sorry, I'm cruising. Boat.
What's going on right before that? Oh, all right. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Man, you know nature.
Yeah. let me
Siobhan,
back up the
before we go,
processing a
do you have
little,
any
back
more
up the content
questions?
some.
I like that we just both kept talking. We're married.
Well, Tony sounded like he was just whispering to himself. So.
No, it was intended for one viewer out there. You're moving the show along, which is important, but I still want to communicate to that one guy, and hopefully he can discern what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Working on multiple levels. I'm on post-verbal communication. Go ahead, Siobhan.
What photography activities do you do during the winter? As a landscape shooter, I find that short days, working a 9 to 5, and the weather severely limit the opportunities to shoot.
We actually have a similar problem, and you can probably tell from our videos we go outside much less during the winter for the same reasons. It's cold, the batteries die faster, there's not much daylight to work with.
Oh, Connecticut can be so ugly during the winter. Like, we don't have snow. It's just all the trees are dead. The skies are gray.
Everything's
and everything's
gray.
gray.
Everyone's a little paler and fatter. It's not a pretty scene.
No.
But
You look at direct flights out of your closest airport to any place that's pretty. That's like all we can do. Just not going to get good landscape shots in Connecticut without traveling.
now that we're done commiserating with you, I will say there are projects you can do. You typically do landscape, but you can broaden your horizons a bit and you can do projects inside. You can do some product photography and just, obviously you're not being commissioned for it, but you can just set up your own little shoot, or you can do still life, or you can do animal portraits if you have them, or self-portraits, or...
You get into astrophotography, do stars and integrate stars into what landscape you have, because you have long nights, the skies are really clear.
Yeah. So there's some stuff. I like how you're like, you get your go bag with your gun and your money and your passport, and you take off.
That's cute.
From this frigid prison.
I know. I have some energy around
Look at this.
Oh, a little interacting with the cat.
The cat.
It's like that scene in Star Trek 2. I hope that was the right Star Trek, or I've just enraged a bunch of Trekkers. Oh, that's really nice. I like that picture a lot. Give
That's
that one a
cool.
pick. We're just kind of flipping through quickly, and so we don't have a chance to go through everything because we're already running late.
Do you have any more questions, Siobhan?
That's really cute. I guess it's kind of framing. Be sure to shoot a little bit wide.
I do have a question. You can also maybe hear my dog and cat fighting behind me.
I can. It's a lot of like...
Oh, yeah, that picture. That one's really nice. I like that off-center composition. Pick.
Wow.
That's pretty.
What are the pros and cons of putting your work on social media?
Well,
one con is it can consume an unlimited amount of time, and you'll probably never get paid by it.
Another con is that people can steal your work quite easily. But the pros are, if you're looking for exposure, you can find new clients. Sometimes getting that feedback from people helps you understand how your own experiences can kind of color your opinion of your own photo. In other words, you might be highly biased. So a picture of your cat, you might think it's 5 stars, and then you put it on social media and people don't like it. Probably not true for a cat picture, but what I'm saying is that feedback can be helpful. And also you can get jobs, and it can help you kind of steer yourself towards your own style or a specific type of photography that you'd like to hone in on. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like both Instagram and Twitter for sharing pictures, and they're different because the way they present the pictures is different, but it's just like if you're making a picture for your house or for selling in a gallery or for presenting online, all these different factors influence how you're going to present your work. So working on the social media has made me look at my work differently, present my work differently. It's taught me a lot. I also use it to screen my photos. Basically, I'll put pictures up that I kind of like, and then the feedback I get validates whether there's actually something there or if there's not something there. There have been lots of times when I put up a picture that I thought was awesome and it just flopped. And then, a month later, I'll look at it again and I'll be like, yeah, social media was right. It wasn't a great
to me
picture.
Sometimes too, I'll think.
So it's that sanity check, it's free.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where else can you get people just to kind of give you feedback on your pictures for free, besides here, of course?
Yeah. Okay.
Great set of pictures today.
Really
I
good.
am really surprised at the quality of pictures that we got. This really brought out the best in people. So glad that everybody joined us. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this episode. If you want your own awesome Squarespace portfolio, go to squarespace.com/Tony, get a 14-day free trial, then get a coupon, 10% off with the coupon code portfolio. You're going to say something?
Yeah, we dedicated this episode to someone very special. Jerry Johnson, he is a longtime viewer, and he's someone that we met through our books, and he was always very kind to us, and he recently passed away, so we're very sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
so this one's for Jerry.
Didn't want to mention this earlier because I'm afraid I'm going to cry. But Jerry was one of the first readers of Stunning Digital Photography. And for those that don't know, he was in a serious accident when he was young, and he was mostly paralyzed and had very little use of his body.
Yeah.
And he contacted me looking for help finding a camera that he could use despite his very limited physical capabilities. And this guy took so many fantastic pictures with almost no mobility whatsoever and almost no budget.
Yeah.
Didn't have a lot of money, but he pieced it together. He had the passion for it. And he was just such an inspiration to me. And I would always think of Jerry if I didn't feel like getting up and doing something. Like if my pack was a little too heavy as I was walking, Jerry always got it done. He was really an inspiration. So we miss you, Jerry. I know a lot of you knew him.
Yep.
Bye. And we will see you next week with Roxy doing fashion. We're all kind of walling up. Bye.
Bye.
No, the one time Justin. There we go. Go
That is all.
Sweet Jerry.
I know.